First off, I want to definitely thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you, talk to you about developing a proper and positive mindset for a successful future. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's go through the course topics. Today, what we're going to be discussing is what makes you unique. Everyone is unique. To me, I feel that we're all given gifts and we all have this unique sense about us, and we're going to discuss that. The other thing we're going to talk about is defining the mindset, defining what mindset really means. We're going to identify proper mindset, and then we're going to discuss the success zone. Everyone has a success zone, and we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to create an action plan. One of the things that I've learned through the years is that we can have ideas and we can have dreams, but ultimately they're just words on a piece of paper if you never take action. So we're going to create an action plan tonight. And then the last part is we're going to discuss what it means to be a conductor, okay? I'm excited to talk about that because a lot of times people really don't know what they need to do with their action plan, and I want to touch on that. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what makes you unique? And, we know that our fingerprints identify us, and there are different things that identify us, but really what makes you unique? And what I thought about is, think of it like this. What are the odds of you being you? And, I did some research on this, and I never thought about it, but what are the odds that you actually become who you are? So I looked into it, and the odds are 400 trillion to 1 that you become who you are. And I like to look at this and think about this because a lot of times we think that we're the same, or we're just like so-and-so, or we're just like they are. But ultimately, I want you to be excited moving forward because you are here for a reason. That one is you. You could have been anything else. You could have anything else in the world, but see, you're here, 1 in 400 trillion chance that you are who you are. And I want you to understand, you're supposed to be here. A lot of times we get down on ourselves. We look at our situation. We look at our family, right? And we think to ourselves, well, am I supposed to be here? I need you to understand starting today, you're supposed to be here. 1 in 400 trillion chance. It was not a mistake. You are not a mistake. You are supposed to be here, okay? So let's define mindset. Mindset is defined as a set of beliefs or a way of thinking that determines one's behavior, outlook, and mental attitude. Here's the thing: behavior, outlook, and mental attitude. What is your attitude? Where is your mindset? See, because when you start acting on where your mindset is, it's going to affect your behavior. It's going to affect the results that you get. And there's really no one else to blame but you, right? I can't blame anything else on what I've been through a lot of times because I made those decisions. My mindset made those decisions, right? My mindset, it actually was my attitude, and my attitude it caused me to make the decisions I made, good or bad, right? So if you're taking notes, and I suggest you do through this, write that down. The definition of mindset and the key words, it's going to determine your behavior, your outlook, and your mental attitude. And that matters every day that you wake up, okay? So let's identify proper mindset. What does that mean? What does proper mindset mean? Well, think of it like this. There's two sides of it. There's a fixed mindset and there's a growth mindset. Okay? And I'm going to kind of go through some of these, and I want you to take notes on this because a lot of times we do not realize that we are in a fixed state of mind. Okay? And we need to stay in a growth state of mind. So let's take a look. On the fixed side, a fixed mindset says things like, I give up. No one believes in me. I'll never be that smart. I just can't do it. See, a lot of times based on our circumstances, based on possibly our nationality, our gender, we start getting this fixed mindset that I can't do it. It can't be done. People like us don't do things like that. Or economics, right? We look at where we're from and say, well, people from here, we just don't do things like that. We can never be successful. And we fixate on those thoughts because now those thoughts affect our mindset. And now we have a fixed mindset, and now we start basically going towards the direction we ultimately don't want to go. But what's on the other side of that? growth mindset. When you have a growth mindset, these are some of the things you might say to yourself. What am I missing? I can get better. I'm willing to learn. Helping others motivates me, and that's a big one. So a lot of times when we're in situations, circumstances, maybe it's even in school, right? For me, it was a lot in school. I just would say, I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't know if I can do this. But when I start looking at things and start saying, well, what am I missing? Right? Through the years, I have failed and failed and failed when it comes to business, right? But I always had to ask myself, what am I missing? Because I want to continue to grow. And the other one that I really want to touch on is helping others motivates me. See, right, we've heard the term, right, the haters, right? The haters really don't want you to succeed and they don't want to see you go further. Well, when you have a growth mindset, helping other people motivates you. It will move you to want to do better. It will move you to actually want to help someone else because the excitement is there. See, what I've been able to realize is through the ups and downs of not just life, but in business, when I would fail and I would actually take the time to help someone else, it actually motivated me to want to do better. It motivated me to want to keep going. So think of it like this. If you are in a fixed mind state, you can actually change that. You can move over to the growth side, start asking these kinds of questions. Where did I make the mistake? Maybe I can ask someone to help me. Wanting to grow consistently and constantly is something that will help you through life and through business if you so choose to. So identifying the proper mindset, growth mindset is where we want to be. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, and sometimes I get stuck on it too. Really, what do I have to offer? I ask myself through the ups and the downs, what do I have? Well, in your brain, within you, I believe everyone was given a gift, okay? I really do. So I need you to understand that, look, you have abilities, you have gifts, the beliefs that you have, right? You have to be able to recognize these, and sometimes it's hard. It really is. But if you didn't have them, you wouldn't be that 1 out of 400 trillion. I need you to realize that. You were given something. Now, don't compare yourself to anyone else. What you were given is what you were given. What they were given is what they were given. So it's not about better or worse or top or bottom. It's just utilizing and understanding that, look, no matter where you are in life, you were given a gift. And within you, in your brain, you've got skills that no one else has. You've got this gift that I want to help you find so then you can actually share it with the world. So you have a lot within you to move forward. And I really want you guys to understand that today. So if you're taking notes, write this quote down. I want you from now on to wake up every day knowing you are not flawless, but you are priceless. See, that 1 in 400 trillion is you. You are that priceless one, regardless of what you're going through, right? A lot of people, they want to win the lottery, right? We play the lottery, right? Trying to win. But what are the odds on you winning the lottery? What I want you to understand is you've already won. You've won the lottery. It's just a matter of what you choose to do with your winnings. See, every day you've won. Think of it like this. Every single day you're given 86,400 seconds in a day. Those are your winnings. What do you get to do with your winnings? Because you are the 1 out of 400 trillion that made it here. So don't wake up with a fixed mindset saying, I'm not going to make it. I can't do it. That doesn't make any sense. You've already won. Stop acting like you didn't win. You know who lost? The gnat, right? The gnat, the fly. They did not win. You won. It's you. You're here for a reason. So wake up every day knowing you are not flawless, but you are priceless. You've won the lottery. Now let's just do something with the growth mindset and share it with the world. Okay? All right, let's talk about this learning zone, right? There's this success zone. What does that mean? Well, there's the comfort zone and there's the learning zone. And I want you to look at both of these and really, really think about it because everyone wants to be comfortable, and I do understand that. But let's look at the issues with that comfort. So let's look at the comfort side, right? Comfort zone, it's where average is. It's where average lives, right? Being like everyone else. And regret is usually found in your comfort zone. And the biggest one of all is fear. Okay? And a lot of people may say, well, no, I'm comfortable and I'm doing okay. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you knew that you won the lottery, would you live average? If you knew that you had just won and you were 1 out of 400 trillion, would you just stay in a comfort zone, or would you want to go learn something? Would you want to go explore? Would you want to go somewhere else? See, you wouldn't have fear if you really knew who you were and what you were capable of doing. And that's what I really want you to understand. So regret lives in that comfort zone, because in the end, you don't want to have regret. You don't want to be the person that says, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda in the end, because we're all going to have to face it. So when we're in our comfort zone, what really holds us is fear. And if you're taking notes, write this down. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Okay? That's fear. Now, you've got two choices when it comes to fear. You can forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. Let me repeat that. You got two choices. You can forget everything and run, your choice. Or you can face everything and rise, your choice. But what I want you to understand is if you start with the proper mindset and you're in a growth mindset, and now you start looking at yourself and saying, you know what, I don't want to be average. I want to do a little bit better. I do want a little bit more. See, wanting more is okay. Those that are around you that say you want more, you're greedy or any, no. Wanting more is okay, because guess what? You're 1 out of 400 trillion, and that's why you're here. So no, you are not meant to live average. Do not allow fear, again, your choice, don't allow fear to stop you. So I'm just simply saying and suggesting and encouraging you to face everything and rise above it, okay? Now, let's look at the learning zone. This is where it really happens, right? You've got a growth mindset. Now you step into this learning zone. You start figuring out, you wake up every day saying, hey, look, I'm not flawless, but look, I am priceless. And now you start understanding your abilities, and now you're into it. Where's this zone? This is the learning zone. This is where courage lives. See, in the learning zone is where you're going to have to kind of take that step. You may have to do something different than the people around you. There are no limits in the learning zone. See, here's the thing about you being who you are. If you choose to, you can learn as much as you want. No one can take what's up here. It's totally up to you. In the learning zone, there are opportunities. This is where all the opportunities are. See, when you decide to stay fixed and stay average, what do you need to learn? You don't need to learn anything. There's nothing there. You're average. You're good with it, and that's okay. But when you step into your learning zone, look, there's opportunities out here. You start to just really see what's possible. See, I know you can't do everything, but at least find out everything you can do before you jump back into your comfort zone, into average. And the other part is, this is an abundant world. See, when you think of lack and how you don't have, now you're jumping back in the comfort zone, you're back in your fixed mind state, and ultimately you're afraid to step over here. But when you step over here in abundance and opportunity, the world is yours. It just depends if you want to go get it or not. 1 in 400 trillion. I can't take what you have. I can't do what you can do. You can, though, if you choose to. So we know we're in a growth mindset. That's where we're going to start. We know we're going to wake up every day saying, I'm not flawless, but I know I'm priceless. Every single day, we're going to understand that we have abilities. We've got these skills, and any skill that you can make better, make better. And then what we're going to do is we're going to step into our learning zone, because we know it's an abundant world out here. I don't know everything. I don't. But I do know that I can learn. And that's what I want you to understand is you can learn it. You can understand it, you can learn it, you can teach it. And I know when I can help someone else, that's just going to help me. Okay? So, learning zone, that's where we want to stay. Write this quote down. Don't focus on your failures. Locate your lessons. Don't focus on your failures. Locate your lessons. Look, everyone's going to fail. Believe me, I have failed. I've failed several times, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. FAIL stands for first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning, okay? Everyone's going to do it if they decide to learn. See, it ends with learn because you're going to stay in your learning zone because that's where the opportunities are and that's where it's abundant and that's where you can grow. Don't focus on the failures. It's going to happen, okay? What's the lesson that you learned? That's what I want you to start doing. So, what's this action plan look like? Let's take a look at this. This is where you really have to be honest with yourself. And I must say, for me, it was hard, right? Critiquing yourself. And this is where you're really gonna have to get serious. So, jot this down. Stop, start, and continue. Here's the reality. There are things you need to stop doing. There are things you know you need to stop doing. No one needs to tell you. No one should have to tell you. You know what you need to stop doing. Every day, you need to look at this and say, okay, today, if I've got goals, what are the things I know I need to stop doing? Okay? I don't care if it's smoking, if it's talking to people you shouldn't be talking to, hanging out with people you shouldn't be hanging out with. Whatever it is for you, and you know what it is, you need to write this down. And this is a list that's going to continue to grow because guess what? No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I got a big list. A lot of things I need to stop doing, okay, to better myself and better my future. What are the things you know you need to start doing? Start writing them right now. There are some things you know you need to start doing. I need to start getting up earlier. I need to start exercising. I need to start eating better. Whatever it is for you, start doing them. And guess what? You get to make the choice. No one can make it for you. It's completely up to you. But there are some things you know you need to start doing. And look, here's the last one. What are the things you need to continue doing? Hey, look, we're not all bad, right? We've done some good things in our lives. We've been able to do some things for people. There are some things that you need to continue doing to get you to where you want to be. So write those down. Those are the pick-me-ups, if you will, right? I know I need to stop doing this, even though I don't want to, but I know I need to stop. Oh man, I know I need to start doing this, and there's a big list I need to start doing, and it hurts when I look at it, but I know I'll get better if I start doing this. But look, the pick-me-up is what are the things you need to continue doing? I need to continue doing these things so then I can advance and go the direction I want to go. So your action plan is very simple. Stop, start, continue. And only you can write them down. See, there's no judging here. It's you. What is it you want? What is it you want to learn? You get to choose the mindset every single day you wake up. You get to make that choice. And it's completely up to you. And what you do with fear, again, it's completely up to you. I'm just suggesting and I'm encouraging you tonight to look, face everything and rise. I'm afraid with a lot of things, right? Some of the things that I've been through, I ask myself, why me? Well, I also have to ask myself, why not me, right? What makes me so special that I shouldn't have to go through something? What makes me better than someone else that I feel I shouldn't have to go through this? We've all been through it. That's just the truth. And a lot of times people say, well, Ken, I got to be me. I'm going to do me. Cool. Do you. But let me put it to you like this. If doing you has not gotten you where you want to be, then maybe you should change you. Maybe that's just the reality. Maybe it's not your circumstances. Maybe it's not who your parents were. Maybe it's not what your grandfather did. Maybe it's not where you live. Maybe it's you. That's the harsh reality. And I had to look at it too. I really did. Stop, start, continue. Maybe it's just you. And that's okay. Because guess what? You were 1 out of 400 trillion. You're here for a reason. You wake up every single day with a growth mindset. Yes, you can get things done. Yes, you have the capabilities. Yes, you have the ability to learn. See, when you step in that learning zone, abundance now comes to life. Opportunities are out there. And it's all up to you and the choices you make. So stop, start, continue. That's your action plan. So for me, I've been able to, through my life, through the ups and downs, I've got, different individuals that I've been able to help that have been able to help me. As Ann mentioned, I published a book in 2016, and for me, I couldn't read when I was younger. So writing a book was just outlandish. It was a crazy idea to do. And the other side was, well, what do I have to tell people? What do I really have to share? So when I sat down and I wrote this book, it's really about the turning points in my life. When I hit a block and I had to make a decision, which way did I go? And these turning points is what really got me here today. And, I got excited when it was done. I never thought in a million years I'd ever write a book, but I was able to pull it off. And then the list that you see here, these are different resources that you can utilize or go to when it comes to either starting a business, writing a resume, insurance, anything like that. That's why this list is here, and I want to share that with you. And again, if you're on social media or if you have access to it, I am on social media at The KJ Effect. Any positive comment, anything that you may have learned, I definitely appreciate the support. It lets me know that I'm having a positive effect. And then my website is there also, thekjeffect.com. I'm here to support and help when I can, whenever I can, okay? So, and my book is on Amazon. You can find it there. So the last thing I want to leave you with is becoming a conductor. And I don't know if you've ever been to an orchestra or opera or anything like that, or even hear a band speak or play, right? There's something I noticed about the conductor, and I want you to become a conductor. What I watched was the conductor never pays attention to what's going on behind him. See, a lot of times we get on social media and we're scrolling and who's saying what and everything else, and we're paying attention more of what's going on behind us. But I noticed the conductor never turns around. See, the conductor brings everything together. The conductor brings the musicians together. Look, musicians play instruments. Conductors, they play the entire orchestra. See, what I want you to do is become a conductor. What are the instruments that you're going to bring in your life? What is the music that you're going to want to play? While you're pulling all of this together, there are going to be people behind you talking about you, right? Those haters I mentioned, they may be family members. You're never going to do it. You're never going to play music. But when you're a conductor and you're putting your orchestra together, you don't have to worry about what's going on behind you. Because if the seats are empty now, soon they're going to fill up. And people are going to be sitting there, and some are going to be waiting to see you succeed, but a lot are going to be waiting for you to fail. Let them sit there. Don't turn around. Don't do that. Don't watch what's behind you. Watch what's in front of you. Because eventually, if you continue to put your orchestra together, you're going to play music. And it's going to sound great because you put this orchestra together. And eventually, those people that were sitting down waiting for you to fail, they're going to be forced to stand up and clap for you because your orchestra is making music they know they could never make themselves. So from this point forward, you're going to have a growth mindset. You're going to recognize the abilities you have. You're going to jump into your learning zone. You're going to understand when you wake up, you're not flawless, but you are priceless. You're 1 out of 400 trillion. Become the conductor and put your orchestra together and start playing music that you know you can make because you're 1 out of 400 trillion. You can't be stopped. Thank you.